Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, dos, uno, cero.
Pero
I can't say welcome in Spanish yet. I have my Spanish. My
bienvenidos,
yes.
bienvenidos.
Hey,
Bienvenidos. I don't
we
think.
are live, baby. Hey, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Welcome to episode 30.
Yes.
Whoa.
We are dirty 30.
That's
Yeah,
right,
30,
30, 30.
30, 30.
Yes.
Drop the bomb on that one, man. Hey,
Bomb on it.
tuned into another episode of Technically Speaking. We have our beautiful host, Miss Bobby Lopez. How you doing, man?
Fantastic, blessed and highly favored.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And our other co-host, Corey Giovanni.
Hey, yada, 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 yada. It's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. What is good?
Hey, and then I'm your co-host Geronimo, and tonight we got a special guest, and I'm gonna introduce our special guest the right way. So our guest, she's a proud mom of 2 and a wife of an active duty Navy service member. Shout out to him. Hey, shout out to all my Navy sailors out there. We can call them sailors or CBs. You know, when I first came in the Air Force, I was in my technical training with CBs. So I got a lot of love for the CBs out there. You're currently pursuing a degree in business with a minor in art, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're the owner of Bae's World, which is a multi-service art company, right?
Yeah, we do it all. I do it all.
Do it all. Do it
And then
all.
you're
do it
a
all.
freelance paint instructor.
Yes.
I like that. So
Yes.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, help me welcome Miss Elissa Jones.
Hi, everybody.
Elissa Jones, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Nice. I like it.
Awesome.
I love the energy already.
As
And
our,
go ahead.
real quick, is our friends on IG? Is our friends on IG?
We got Chris Tao 111 just joined us on IG.
Okay,
we-
what's up, Chris?
Man,
I just want to
what's
make sure
up?
all our
Hey.
families there.
I'm sipping on wine. It's not Cristal, but it's close.
Let me see what the wine cup. Let me see what the wine glass she's looking at. Is it a flute?
Oh, period.
It's not
Oh,
a,
okay.
I'm kind of ghetto,
It's
man.
a mason jar.
I broke all my wine glasses, so
You
we
got a
making
mason
it work,
jar.
man. I was at HEB earlier, and they had this piccolo wine. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
very smooth red. Oh my god, it's on sale, $30 off right now at HEB, Bobby. So
Okay.
That's right.
they not paying us for that. Hey, it's just I drink it because I like it. They not paying me yet.
No. But they feel free to drop
Feel free.
your
Yeah.
sponsorship package to us.
Hey,
where we-
for real,
look, for real.
for real. But enough about this wine. Elissa, how are you doing?
I am doing good. I'm close to closing out my semester at school, getting a little break between Christmas.
Oh, I feel that.
I'm really in a kind of like a slow spot. December, October, November, these months kind of mark the end of my arting for the year, per se. So I can take time and create new pieces without a rush and really do what I need to do and set stuff up in the spring. So right now is a little bit of a slow thing, but I have a couple of parties that I'm getting ready to do, like paint and sip parties, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, I'm excited, a little busy, but taking it easy.
That's cool. Arting. You said something. You said the end of your arting. Is that what you said?
Yeah, so I call it that because it's really my vendor season and my like art show season. So
Okay.
from about September to about September to October of the coming up, I will do a lot of shows and put in applications to be featured places, host things, have my work hung up. And I just give myself the time when it's cold because we live in DC and I'm not bringing my artwork out in the snow, and I have horror stories of pieces I've lost just because of rain. So I don't like driving in the snow, so I stay in the house and I just work on things and perfect things that I wanted to change in my business or that I've noticed could be a little better with the next upcoming vending season.
Okay. That's what's up. I'm always like, I love to learn. So I know other people that do, vending stuff out here. I got a good friend who does, she makes a lot of treats. So I always see her hustling and bustling doing events out here in San Antonio. We got huge events like Fiesta. That's a big one. And like the rodeo. So like I imagine out there in the DMV area, you guys have big events. What's like one of your biggest events out there?
So one of our biggest events, especially towards the art scene in the DMV area, is called Art All Night. And basically, it's a Friday and Saturday night, and starting about 6 p.m., sometimes ending till 3 a.m. All 7 wards in DC have something going on, whether it's with theater, dance, singing, of course, the painting and visual arts. The MLK library that's down here, they have a huge block party, concerts, everything. And mostly, I think what's really important is that the events are free to attend.
That's cool.
So everybody, no matter your economic status, can go and enjoy and be in, the vibes of art and get to learn something new. That's really the biggest one. And I've been lucky enough to participate twice. And it's always been such a fun experience. Even if you don't sell anything. My first year, I didn't sell anything, but I networked. I talked to other artists. I did all that I could do. People were asking about my story, and it helped me build a following and a community here. Like, people actually know my name, and I'm like, you follow me.
I'm on that one. You know what I like? You said that because it's a free event, people from all economic backgrounds could go. That's huge with me. That resonates with me because I come from workforce development where we did a lot of work to help the underserved, underprivileged. So that's what's up. I respect that. That's a cool event. So talking about your story, right? Tell us about Bae's World. How did that come to be, and how did you come up with that name?
So Bae's World actually wasn't, so a little side story, it wasn't my first choice. It was actually just the Art Bae was just the name. That was my name, my company. And somebody had the same name and I didn't know them. Because I came up with it in San Diego. So when I was researching how to start a company, I had no idea this other company existed. And they spelt it different. So it never came up in the, the search engine where it shows. They spelt it completely different, and they sent me a cease and desist, and I was very scared. So, yeah. But Bae's World, I felt it was more fitting just because it keeps part of the Art Bae name. But I'm a little ambitious, but I want my art to be multifaceted. So I love painting, but I love teaching. And I love teaching the paint and sips, puffin paints, all of those things.
Love painting.
Eventually, I eventually want to have my own paint line with inclusive colors for like skin tones. So I do bookmarks, I make magnets, stickers. I'm learning how to airbrush right now. So I have a little bit of everything. And that's why I take that pause that I mentioned before, just so I can focus and have a chance to fulfill those for my business. But yeah, it's my world. It's my art world. And that's how
That's cool. That's cool. Sound like you got something to ask, Corey. What you got?
Are you the fact that you have a community who knows your name, that's key. So I encourage you to not only just be out in the public, because as we talked before we got on, there's some people who love to paint, but they're introverts, right?
Yeah.
I highly recommend getting online and doing a YouTube channel for that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because there is a community of painters out there who just like to see what other people do.
I do that. I watch those channels. I just want to buy paint with somebody else, and
because during the pandemic, like there was, I don't know, Geronimo. I don't think you joined. Yeah, you did join. I think because it was like right when the pandemic hit. and I got everybody from our high school on a Zoom.
Yep.
It was,
I was on there.
and we played a game on Zoom. It didn't go well, but this was like the genesis of everybody getting online doing things, right? We didn't know what we were doing. And yeah, I did too. You know what I'm saying? We was doing it. What I think it was a network and wings thing, right? But the thing about it is, with this platform now, with like the streamlines, the Zooms, the eCams, you can bring your community from across the entire world.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can be able to get on and you're like, okay, so today we're gonna do a 60-minute blitz. Paint anything you want for 60 minutes, and in the next 30 minutes, we're gonna explain this and we're gonna explain this and where did this come from. And then boom, everybody drop your contacts inside the live chat so we can all connect. I think that's a wonderful way that we can be able to connect with our tribe outside of the touching each other, right? Because of course, I mean, ain't nothing better than human connection. Nope. But the worst thing about that is not trying to connect with somebody that ain't in your tribe. They don't understand you. You know what I'm saying? You just said something that, like, you know what I'm saying, earth tone paintings and things like that. That right there, girl, do you know?
Yeah.
You can be able to paint some Air Force Ones and put some toe designs on it. People like, look at my feet.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? I like that idea too. Because like you said, when it's cold as hell right now and ain't nobody going outside.
We don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was one of the big things that I actually had coming up was giving everybody. So I do paint kits, which they're pre-made canvases. So I have one here just so you know.
Let us see it.
Yeah. So
oh, wow.
And then it comes with everything you need. So there's 3 brushes, an apron, and it comes with all the paint. So monthly, I am getting ready to launch something where I send out paint kits. Hey, if you want to do this party, you can have this kit. Because some people really don't know how to paint, where to get started. And that is the thing that's most intimidating. You know, when you don't have an outline. And these paint kits, people's like, here, draw this mountain. And you're like, I can't draw a circle. Like, what are you talking about? So I want to provide the outline. So send out the outlines if you want to join the party by this one, like by this date, have a party at the end of the month. We all kind of, drink wine, vibe. I instruct, and you can be in Maryland, California, DC. So, because I've made community along the way so with my art journey, because we're in the military, we have been traveling every 3 years. So I think it's a nice way to bring everybody together.
It is.
Look out for that.
Question about those paint kits. You got kid-friendly ones, huh?
Yes, I'm actually... I can do it all. Like when I tell you I do it all, I do it all. Everything can be customized. You can send me in a selfie of you and I will have it on the paint kit for you to paint, match your skin color, and let you pick your colors. I've done Valentine's Day date night boxes where they are 2 pictures of the couple that they wanted to per se draw.
I got so many ideas. I got so many ideas.
Yeah, I'm building up my shopping list right now as you talk.
Put it on the shopping list.
I got ChatGPT is rolling all in my head.
So, yeah.
I'm like, give me a black and white tiger with an afro.
Everything.
That's funny. Or maybe even a liger, huh?
A liger. Yeah, a liger and a tiger. Oh my.
So tell us more about those. You were talking about the inclusive colors. Like talk more about that. That intrigued me when you said that.
So a lot of colors especially me coming up, I did not understand color theory. Okay. It's very hard to it was just something I had to learn. What cancels out this color? If I want the canvas to be darker, what should I be layering over top? So I've noticed when doing that and then trying to paint skin tones, there's not a lot of colors out there for our skin tone just in acrylic paint. And if they are, they're a little weird. meaning that when they dry, it actually gets darker than what you thought it was, or it's more pale. Want to be able to have skin inclusive colors, especially for the people who are interested in painting and not quite understand all the science that goes behind the colors.
I like that.
I have a question.
Yes. Okay.
It's an icebreaker question. So what you're saying is you got skin in the game.
Hey.
Oh, man. I'm scared.
You got skin in the game, son.
All the time to say that, haven't you?
I've been waiting to say it. I didn't want to cut her off. I was waiting to say it.
We got the dad jokes all day.
Dad jokes.
Hey, Sunday.media gave you the muscle emojis on IG. Yeah, creative native. I think I'm saying this. He said we need a mustard. I think he's asking, can you make mustard colors? I don't know. I don't. And that's one of us to scream mustard.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh man, you got any questions, Bobby?
Yeah, I do. So, Elissa, you seem really passionate about this, and that's awesome. I imagine just by looking at the art over your right shoulder there, how beautiful that background looks and everything. Like, if you can kind of go back to your younger self when you were trying to be like a teenager and you were visioning where would you want to be, what kind of advice would you give yourself to maybe either motivate you or to either tell you to hang on?
Yes, so that is a great question. So when I first started, I was the art kid in school. So you would catch me with sketchbook, pencils, colored pencils, everything. So this started when I was young. You can ask my mom. They didn't let me paint on the walls, but I would take things up on the walls. Every day I come home with a new painting. I got paint on the carpet, and I'm like, don't worry about that. One day when I'm a big artist, I'll let you do it. Please don't be mad at me. You know? And they supported it in the fact that it was a nice hobby. But my parents collectively were like, hey, you need to do something practical. Yeah. So I wanted to actually be an animator for like Disney or Cartoon Network. Love cartoons, love anime. And that's how I started drawing. And I wish I wouldn't have let the only artists that make money are dead thing get into my head and continue and actually go to school when I was like starting out passionate about it for the actual job that I wanted, instead of like, okay, I have to settle because I have to make a check.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would like keep going. Even if we're taking 2 sets of classes, I learned that I can minor in something. Yeah. So I'm minoring in art now because I've never had any college, or I'm self-taught. So it's me and YouTube. so I wanted to actually fine-tune those skills.
So what you're saying is you have a minor inside.
Oh my God.
You know I had to do it. You know I had to do it.
Have any of your kids shown an interest in wanting to paint?
Yes, they do. So my daughter is 5 and my son is 3. He'll be 4 December. I can't even call it my office. It's the art room, because they come in, they want to paint. They go to art shows with me. They tell their teacher, they're really proud of me, actually. They're like, hey, she's an artist. She's got an art show tonight. Like, it's a flex to them. And they come.
Nice.
They've gone to like events and stuff with me before. She's really interested and wants to help me paint. So I'm trying to figure out a way how to do that. Because she's like, no,
my daughter is
my
daughter's 5 too, and she does the same thing, right? Kids see your passion, and it's good. Kids should be able to see your passion, and when you're able to kind of bring them in and allow them to kind of see that, it plants little seeds, I think.
Yeah, they're cool memories. They're gonna be able to grow up.
Good little memories.
Their kids, hey, Grandma, she used to have this crazy carpet, okay, because we just got paint all over it. You know, they put the paint there.
So, Creative Native said, Grandma made you turn the TV off.
Turn the TV off.
There's gonna be so many West Coast. So many West Coast references today. I'm sorry. I'm not though. I love it.
Hey, but you get love from IG though. Just know that, Elissa.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nah, you know what? I definitely want to get a couple of your paint kits for my daughter because my daughter loves to draw and stuff like that. She's 2. So the skills aren't there yet. So I still gotta be like, yeah, that's cool to encourage her, right?
Yeah, definitely.
They're for all
Have
ages.
her put her hand paint
and
right
big
on the floor.
sizes. So all ages.
Okay. I'm telling you, I'm just building up that shopping list right now as we speak. I got a question for you. So, you specialize in celebrating Black culture with your artwork. What inspired you to focus on that niche?
So, I've actually learned that art was a really male-dominated field. Like in my art history class, I knew there was just more men artists because in that time period,
good point.
They're just like, we're the ish. But no, like women were not allowed to draw, paint, whatever they wanted. It wasn't a part of their curriculum. They weren't encouraged to let that creative side out. And then when they were, the slim chance that they had, they were censored in what they could paint. They weren't allowed to paint the same topics like war or nudity or politics. So this stemmed all the way back and from just learning. And I'm just like, and then the fact that there's even less of us, of my skin colored artists that have been recognized. I'm like, I want to celebrate a part of me. And I want every other little brown girl to see that they can be an artist and that they can see themselves in the art. I used to draw or paint paint people that didn't have any face. And the message behind that was, I want you to be able to see yourself in my art. Like, hey, this looks like me and I can resonate with this painting,
I have a question. Do you know there is another famous artist who does that?
I actually did learn that over the summer. And she's somebody, a woman. Oh, sorry.
No. And she's a woman.
Yes.
She's a Black woman.
Yes. I learned of her over the summer because somebody asked me, where did I get that idea? And I gave them that whole, story.
Yeah.
And she was like, did you know there's somebody else? And I forgot her name, but I do have her saved. I have a book like written down with like artists to like research and like look up for class.
Her paintings are in the Obama's homes, Jay-Z's home. Because her grandson, shout out to her grandson, Art Bae. Me and him are real tight. He's part of a group that I writing community that I'm a part of. And like Annie Lee, that's her name. Annie Lee. She like some people get her confused with the mural with the art that's on Good Times. That's not her. But the paintings that's in the Cosby shows, those are hers. Yeah, she drew, but she didn't have the face there. She has so many pictures. We gotta have Art Bae on the show. Maybe one day, because I know a lot of artists and a lot of muralists. Buddy of mine, Mike Norris. Shout out to Mike Norris. He probably tuning in. He's actually one of the biggest muralists around the world.
Oh wow!
But he's right from Watts, Compton. He drove. If you ever heard of the Kendrick Lamar mural, that's over on Thames. That he did that mural.
Nice.
And he does a lot of the murals in Los Angeles. And he always promotes women artists as well.
That's what's up.
That's cool. I always admire muralists because, man, the canvas can be scary, and you're painting a whole building. Okay,
a whole building.
Yeah,
it's always amazing what you can do with just a bigger paintbrush, essentially. And he has about 15 buildings so far that he's already completed. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, those are beautiful pieces of art too, man. I love looking at stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I know there's other questions that need to go on. So
Go ahead,
I'm gonna
man.
quit
Go ahead.
talking.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will call myself a novice in art
Mm-hmm.
only because other people says I'm great at it. Right. I
Mm-hmm.
went my first painting sip. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing," and I just thought I was doodling.
Uh-oh.
Um, no, serious. It was crazy, but they put it up in the on their website. They put it up on their social media, and I was like, I'm just doodling because I have a love for arts, art
Yeah,
period,
you're an artist.
writing, creating. Like I truly believe these are hands of God, not mine. I'm just orchestrating His business through it. Um, I have this thing where I dream in color whenever I do want to draw, and I see colors when I hear music. Do you have that same thing?
So I don't think I see colors when I hear music. I definitely, I feel like I say vibe a lot, but I definitely can vibe. Like I feel like my energy will
Mhm.
match certain songs, but I can see how I want my picture to look out in my head before I
Nice.
draw it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that goes down to like details and where I want to put things. Some people have like a dream journal, and I literally have a book, like one of my sketchbooks, and I'll wake up and I'll be like, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. And sketch something ugly down real quick so I can go back and have a little reminder of like what I was actually picturing. So I do that. And my husband, he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, no, like I can see. And that's why I get so frustrated when my hand and my brain kind of don't correlate sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not right.
Don't ever have a concussion, girl.
Yeah, over. It's over.
I literally, it's like, yo, you telling your brain, move your hand. It's just not working.
Yeah,
Well, that happened to you, Corey?
Yeah. I had failed at work, had a concussion, and literally it was in the beginning of work. But I left, went to the hospital, and they told me I had a concussion. But I had a radio show I had to do. So I'm literally trying to press the button, and my hand couldn't do it because my brain wasn't functioning properly to my hand. So that's why I get it. And it takes time, but I got the function back, obviously, because I can do all this stuff. But that was like it was in 2016 when that happened. And it took me about, I say 6 to 8 months to recover.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, you back though. So y'all was talking about paint and simp. Not simp, but paint and sip.
Yeah.
Simping ain't easy. Simping ain't easy.
That's a different show. Explain what are paint parties, like paint and sip and stuff like that. What is that, Elissa?
So the two that I've hosted before was a puff and paint, and I've hosted a couple of sip and paints. Basically, some of them I've been hired to do, and other times I have been asked to just host. When I host, I come up with a design, and usually the place that is paying me supplies everything you guys need to paint. I'm just there to teach you.
Yeah.
When I have my parties, first of all, I'm mobile, so I can come to you.
Hey.
When I have
Diddy parties, though. No Diddy parties.
No, of course not. So
canvassing on the wrong thing.
Yeah, you know what?
It'll be painting shit. It'll be painting something else.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
so I bring everything from tablecloths, napkins, everything you would need to have this party. I come up with a design. I can come up with a playlist if you're not sure of what kind of music, what kind of vibe you're having. You can pick your own themes. I'm trying to figure out ways to incorporate my husband because I even hate calling him a bartender at this point. This man's a home mixologist.
Nice.
Will create drinks. Okay, he has this one called Fall in a Cup, and baby, in here making his own syrups. It literally tastes like fall in a cup without it being pumpkin spice, you know?
He needs to be on the show. We need to
He does. So
fall in the cup just sounds juicy.
It's good.
I want that right now.
So I'll take some Christmas in a cup.
Yes. Okay, he made for Thanksgiving, he did a cranberry. He made like a cranberry syrup, and it was cranberry, pomegranate, and a little bit of ginger.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fire. Yes.
Sounds good.
No, it really was. He is the family host. Like, sir, we're coming to you to get a drink. I was real basic before I met him, and I would just do like vodka and Sprite. Change the game.
So would you say that he turned you out?
Hey. No, so those because you talked about the paint and sip. Talk about those paint and puffs. What's that about?
So basically, it's the same thing, but we're in an area where you can puff because it's legal in DC and Maryland. And some people rather get high than to, drink alcohol. You can
stimulate your mind, Craig.
Oh, you coming out with some real creative paintings on that one, huh?
Yeah, it's
I wasn't going that way. I wasn't thinking like puff. I thought I could have sworn I've seen something in Target that says puffy paint.
Puffy paint.
No.
Oh, that's the whole Diddy party right there.
I was like, oh, okay, puffy paint.
No, like let's hit it. Let's puff. And
puffy will hit it. I tell you that.
I gotta ask, at the puff and paints, do you get like really good tips? Because I'm like, if you feeling good, I feel like you feel good just giving the money away. Come on now.
So
take that.
Usually, so I've had one puff and paint. And it was in a park, real vibey, real cute. It was an intimate setting though, so there was like 6 people. So I didn't get any tips from that one. I have gotten a couple of tips, especially from the ones that I've like hosted and somebody else has paid me. They'll give me tips, but I think the most I've gotten was like maybe like $100 after.
Okay, that's not bad.
Which is good because I still got paid. I got to network. I actually bring some of my artwork with me and set it up in the background and bring some prints. So I've made sales at those events as well. Yeah, I try to bring a little bit of everything with me.
Girl, you better get you better start carrying you some frames.
Okay, listen.
Michael gift cards. You know what I'm saying?
My artwork sometimes gets stuck in the trunk. So like after an art show, I feel lazy. I don't want to pull it out. I was talking to some lady and telling her what I was doing. I met her in Walmart getting more paint. And I made sales right out the back of my Nissan Sentra.
That's how you get out the trunk.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, I definitely just try to be a little bit everywhere. That's why I got to charge my battery, like I was telling you before.
Yeah,
don't talk to me. Yeah. But if I'm outside, I'm outside.
There you go.
Walking billboard.
Yep. You gotta be like that.
You're gonna sell or talk about your business, how you're gonna talk about your business. And a lot of things are, from what I've learned, is word of mouth. That's always, I've had customers come, hey, I like this, what you did for this show. I recommended you to this person. Nice. So I'm always, grateful to just be in a place and I'll make that opportunity.
You know what? I have an idea, something that I would probably host. Like if I were you and I was like paying you to do something, because I have all girls. And so it would be fun to do a princess paint party where you bring in like Disney themed stuff and the girls are just there having their girl time, but they're painting and they're creating and then, just having a fun time doing all that.
I also wanted to do like welcome mats. So like something that always trends during like the fall season is like the spooky welcome mats. So I wanted to kind of like host a class for that. That's why I really want a studio space because I have so many. I like to DIY and craft things. It's not always about putting paint to a canvas. Right. So I want to be able to host those type of classes and teach people something new in that way as well. Because a lot of my stuff in my house is DIY. Like I could not spend that much at IKEA. All right, we're gonna make it work from Walmart, and I'm gonna spice it up.
Dang, you're nicer than me. I'm like, look, whatever we find at Dollar Tree, we're gonna make it happen, Captain, for all of us.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, Dollar Tree is the best place for some crafty stuff. Some of my
you can buy a bowl and paint it.
Some of my Christmas and like fall crafts that I've put together, it looks like something you would buy at a store, but it was something I put together through like something I saw on Pinterest, and I was like, you know what, I'm doing this.
Nice.
Right. And like how nice would it be to just be able to do it with other people around? Like I always see those posts where they're like, oh, I was just scrolling earlier and these girls had a girls' night to make nutcrackers, like the Christmas ornaments.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I see your face. No, not those. But yeah.
I was waiting for the Geronimo to put the whoopsie on there when you said nutcracker.
But yeah, they were able to decorate those and make custom ones, and I was like, it's always nice to kind of have like.
My mind wasn't in a dirty place, man. Like it's the holiday.
Yeah, no, like the Christmas ornaments. I didn't know what else to call.
Yeah. You know exactly what you're talking about, girl.
Okay.
I know what you call it.
No ditty necessary, man. It's Christmas. Like every year, you bring the nutcrackers out for the almonds and the pecans.
For the almonds, yeah. And then you go see the chocolate nutcracker at the school, right? Yeah, no, I get it. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm on timeout, but not really.
Yeah. You on timeout, sir. Damn it.
but yeah.
That was funny. I got a question for you. I got one more question for you, then I'm done with my question. So so this is going to the whole, you're a military spouse, right? Mm-hmm. So when I first got out of the military, my first job, I had a chance to work with a military spouse, and she kind of like educated me on like kind of some of the struggles you have, right? You get settled at a job and then boom, it's time to leave because your spouse is PCS, and that means permanent change of station for the non-affiliated, right? And I have my barber, he's a military spouse. His wife is in the Army. And similar challenges, right? Like sometimes he has a challenge keeping up with his clients because he's moved on base, and sometimes his clients can't get on base. Now he's off base, trying to get the clientele back on, and it's a challenge. It's a struggle. Like, is this something that you could kind of relate to with your own journey as a military spouse?
Yes. So first off, let me say that on base, off base thing is. Listen, you just have to be in the military to understand, especially if you're trying to get somebody that doesn't have a military ID card on base, a struggle. But to answer the question, so I've actually had it pretty lucky where my husband has been in, it's coming up on 9 years. And then when we leave here next year, it'll be 10. He's never deployed. He's never had to deploy. He started, so since he's in the Navy, they do, for his job, he works with intelligence, so a lot of secret squirrel stuff going on. So he does 3 years on shore, so, not having to be assigned to a boat, and then 3 years of sea duty, or 4 years of sea duty. When he first got out, he was first assigned to shore duty, so he didn't have to go nowhere. When he was assigned in California, his ship was busted. Like they just retired it. It was literally a construction site. It didn't even have an engine. He was assigned to the U.S. Cowpens. Man, look it up. They didn't have an engine. They was working on it the whole time we were in California. He went on like a 2-week underway. And so he hasn't had to leave. But the moving around part, you miss out on. You make friends that are family in the military. And he's done it before I have. So that first time leaving California, I was bawling. Okay. Leaving my family. I left people. Because that's where I kind of started working on my art. So I left that community and felt super lost coming out here. And then now we actually PCS next October. He's up for orders right now. And I feel like our time in Maryland was meaningful. I accomplished my goals as an artist while I'm here in Maryland. And I'm like, man, I don't know where we're going to go. Because there's no tickets up here for him. He has to go to Norfolk, which we hear is not a great base to be at. And I don't want to go higher than Maryland, Virginia, because it's the colder you get.
I
feel that. Like Georgia or Florida, or we have to go back on the West Coast. But all our family is over here, and we've gotten used to them being 4 hours away. So it comes with its own challenges. And now we have school age kids, and we're gonna have to pull them out in the beginning of the year. So it's a lot.
Wow.
But yes.
Yeah. Is Bae's World, right? Your business you do with the art, is that kind of something you came up with because you had to kind of have your own way of making some income, since you do have to move around a lot?
Good question. So I had the opportunity, it was definitely an opportunity, to be a stay-at-home mom. So for my daughter, she is 5. Until she went to preschool last year, from the time she was born, I was a stay-at-home wifey. And I tried to finish school, but then the pandemic happened while we was in California, and everything shut down. And I kind of just missed working. Like I got to 4 years, and I'm like, yo, we got to put her somewhere. She got to go during the day. And then my son right behind her, I had like 2 of them following me around the house, and it was like, he's gone. Like, even though he didn't deploy, he's very hardworking. He was gone all day. They had a duty day.
We know.
Yeah, so we had a duty day where they just stayed on the ship for 24 hours. No going home, barely use your phone, all of that thing. So I'm like, I was just at home, and paintings and drawings was something I always did. So one of my friends who also liked to paint, she was like, girl, why are you not selling these? I'm like, what do you mean? Why are you not selling your artwork? And I was just like, I don't think nobody wants to buy it. This is just a hobby. And that was the second time me hearing that in my life. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go sell my artwork. I don't need a third time, okay? Because I don't need to wait for somebody else to tell me. So I just kind of jumped right into it. It wasn't about trying to make money, although it's nice because I have good seasons and bad seasons. My husband definitely still carries a majority of the bills, and we'll use this to reinvest in the business and to go take a trip because he's been working hard, so it's not paying bills yet.
Okay. But I mean, you're on your way.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Anybody else got any specific questions? Bobby, Corey?
Yes.
Questions, I would say. I think more of like maybe just a general statement. It's good that you're finding the silver lining in everything. So even when you PCS, the good thing is you're able to at least take your artwork with you. You're able to go and bring your art to different parts of the United States. I think you're being given a golden opportunity to be able to share your art and your passion with other people. As you PCS to new stations, you're going to make new friends. You're going to make new friends / family. That's kind of the beauty of the military community and stuff. And so always finding the silver lining in each of those and looking for those opportunities and stuff. So
yeah, definitely. That's one thing that I learned being around military spouses, man. Y'all got some hustle. Y'all hustle. Y'all hustle, man. Like, and I respect that hustle. Y'all get it in
for real. Because literally I'm the neighborhood like black girl braider. Okay, I can come get your hair braided. I'll braid your baby hair. I watch kids. We make food. Like, listen, what you need? You gotta have. I watch dogs. You need to watch your pet. Feed your plant. You have to have a side hustle. It keeps you entertained, and it also keeps a little bit of money in your pocket. And it's not that I don't have access to our accounts. We have joint accounts, we have joint savings, and then we each have a personal one. But I'm like, man, it's something that you earned this money. And now for everything, I feel like because I'm grateful for the life I live, I want my husband to know, I want him to be happy as well. Know that things don't always have to fall on him. So when I can buy him a gift, I'm like, I can get you a gift and do that way. Or I can pay for dinner. Don't take it out of this. You save your money because he does a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just nice.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to transition over to being online virtual, how would you reach out to your community? How often would you reach out to your community?
So that is the thing. So I know I talked about the online classes, and I would do that monthly. I am on Instagram, so I'm trying to work myself up to do a live
Right.
and just
Got
pay
that.
and talk and stuff. I've never done one of those before. So
Well,
that's
guess what? You're live right now.
what I'm
Live
saying. I'm live right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I would just try to do that at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, just because I do have a lot going on. But
Right.
yeah, I wanted to get into making YouTube videos and doing things of that nature. So it's just people don't understand how, like, what you guys do, but it's consuming
Yeah.
doing the social media just thing in general. You have to
Yeah.
Yeah.
plan out days and make a schedule, have everybody on board
Yep.
who's going to be on board. If you're a content creator, you have to go get the content. Like, you have to go to multiple shooting. So that's why I'm like, I'm trying to find the time in my life where I can just dedicate myself to that piece. Like,
And
I
I'm
take
sure
skills here and there, but I would want to be consistent.
and
Yeah.
I'm sure since you have a husband and you guys hold each other accountable with that, how does
hmm
that work out for you guys?
What do you mean? Like, in terms of,
Like knowing that, say for instance, if you were to go online,
mhm,
um, him being your husband, and he's gonna be your better half, where you
mhm,
may fall short, he'll probably pick up
mhm.
and he can hold you accountable for that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I used to think marriage was just a 50-50 type of thing, and it's not. And I would hear older people like, no, it's never 50-50. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. No, like, I'm experiencing it. Even though I seem like I do a lot during the day, I know he does a lot during the day. So being that my majority is at home, he comes home to dinner already made. And then, like, it's just certain things that I do to help his day out. I pack his lunch, I wash his clothes. Like, so we trade off. When I'm sick, no questions asked, he takes over.
Boom.
Because I get the kids up. He has to be to work, kids have to be to school at the same time.
Yeah.
So I get the kids up, ready, dropped off, breakfast, all that good stuff. That's where they're at now. It's downstairs with their daddy. He probably
Nice.
put them
Yeah.
to bed.
Nice.
But he
Nice.
does the nighttime routine. So he gets them undressed. I make dinner, but he makes sure they finish as they play and, brush
Nice.
teeth. So we
Nice.
definitely switch and help each other out. And I learned that that's very uncommon. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, man,
It
don't kids a bath.
like
A lot
Gen
of
these
people don't
new
have
gens,
that.
the Gen Z's and the oof. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Lord. Oh
I'm
Lord.
just like, no, he helped. And it's different because I know we are a two-parent household and we are married. So I just felt like those things were needed. And when he falls short, I definitely want to pick him up. I even try to convince him to get out next year. I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, by the time you're done, I'll be getting my degree. You work 2 jobs. I've been working jobs, but I'll have my degree. I'll be able to get a job to carry our household. You go to school next year. Like,
Nice.
I like that.
so
Hey,
I'm
that's some
okay
teamwork
with
right there, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody's home in case of emergencies with the kids. He
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
like himself. I feel like that works. So yeah.
It takes a lot to step out and take a step of faith to,
Yeah.
whenever you start working for yourself,
Mhm.
big
And
step
he's
of
been
faith.
very supportive.
Risk.
Like, biggest fan. He pitches my tents and he helps me get to art shows.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'm taking off of work today. I don't want you going to DC by yourself. I found a babysitter. I'd be like, I can do it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna be here.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, shout
Yeah.
out to him, man. I gotta to the hubby right there. Hey,
Yeah.
so you said something earlier about the 50-50. So if it's not 50-50, what would you say it is when it comes to being in a good relationship? What's the percentage?
I don't know. I feel like on good days, it's weird because that would mean like on just a daily basis, your ranking. We just had a conversation about how I feel like my day ranks in his important meter versus his day. You know, he's an analyst for the Navy, and he does this, and this, and he's LPO, and I'm bugging out about my coupons for the grocery store because I don't want to go over budget. And if I go over budget, we're not going to be able to pay this bill. And then it's different. I feel like as, you know how you said earlier about like, we're human doings. Is that what you said? We just do, you know? And when he's sick or he can't, he needs a break because we getting tired.
Right.
I got you.
That's what's up.
You know, and I feel like it is for us.
I would encourage it being 100, 100% together.
Yep, that's what I was going for. Yep. 100,
you put your best foot out there every day.
Yep. You should give your 100%, but obviously and realistically, we know there's going to be times where you may be sick and you can't give your 100, but that's when your spouse comes in and gives their 125 because you could only give 75 today. You know, that's
I like
you know
that.
the accountability for how do you come in? You're supposed to be partners in life.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to come side by side and be what the Bible calls a helpmate. You're supposed to help each other.
Yeah. And so I feel like when it gets to, because there's been times it's been, hey man, we both at 50-50. It's time to find a babysitter. Mom, come take this kid for the weekend. Like we'll usually have, we're okay with doing separate things in the house together. So he might be playing his game and I'm watching TV. And we're like, hey, that's how we catch our break, but we're still, you know, we're still in the same vicinity. So when it gets down to that point, that's why I like being on the East Coast, because it's easy to be like, hey, come take your little people. I can't handle them this week. Like, we need a break. And thankfully, my family or our family, they help out when they can.
That's
good.
So, that's good. I'm with that.
Shows together? Oh,
say that again, Bobby.
Do you and your husband watch shows together? Like,
yes, we do.
You better not watch this show without me. Like, let's pause right here.
So, and shame on me. I am the bad one. If I get mad or if he takes too long, I'm watching the show. The show, and I'm putting it on the kid's account. So when it goes back to mine or his account, he doesn't see that I watched it. Because I'm gonna watch it. I like the big thing.
Okay, you just unlocked a level for me.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm about to copy that.
I'll be like,
copy that. And if they say, who been watching my wife be like, who been watching my show? I'll be like,
see? Yeah, you gotta make it just a stupid account, and that's where you just watch, you know. Your stuff.
God. Okay.
I don't want to encourage people to be petty like that, but
I mean that's low key grimy, but it's okay.
Yeah, it is. I'm getting better. We actually just finished this show called From on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good show. It's a really good show, and we binged it over a weekend. It had 3 seasons, and that was it. And
I love binge watching. Oh, I love binge watching.
Yeah, me too. So
he doesn't. So
you say he doesn't?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like binge watching. So he'll watch an episode or 2 and then wait like 3-4 days. And that's why I'm like, no, I know. I gotta know what happened. Nope. What happened?
No.
My husband's just like me. He's like, "Are you ready to push through this 7th episode?"
Yeah. So we'll do that. But From was really cool. It was kind of dark and twisty a little bit, but it was nice. You should check it out.
Look,
sounds very artsy. I wonder why.
No, actually, it wasn't. It was like zombies and monsters. So basically, I think it's made by the people who did The Walking Dead. But so these people get trapped in this town. Like they could just be driving to like grandma's house and they see a tree in the road, and now you're trapped in some town and you can't leave. Right? Like no matter. Yeah.
Then they keep driving around trying to get out.
Night. And
yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
We saw the first episode. Now because of you, we're gonna go back and finish that. Yeah.
Go finish it. Go finish it.
Yeah.
It's gonna piss you off. I'm gonna be
Binge
honest.
are us.
It's gonna piss you off.
That's funny because me and my wife,
Really?
we binged the show. We binged the show on, I think it was Netflix this past week. It was the show that had to do with like us, the U.S. internal affairs and something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it was amazing. Oh, Night Agent. Ooh, nice shit.
Okay, I've seen the previews for that.
Yeah, the guy was in the room at the White House, FBI. This phone never rings, but if the phone rings and you pick up, that means one of the FBI secret agents are in trouble. And it was crazy. So I watched the episode 1 because my wife never knew anything about the show, and I was like, okay, this is a show that she never watched. So I looked at it. And I was like, "Oh, this is a show me and her maybe like because we watched The Lioness, we watch
The Lioness is good.
Yeah, we watch all those types. The SEALs, FBI, the shows, Law and Order. Those are shows.
What about Tulsa King?
I'm about to get into the Tulsa King.
King was legit. You said yes?
No, I haven't seen it. No, I don't know what that is. I was gonna ask, where's it at?
That's the one with Sylvester Stallone.
Is that's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's good. We that one we killed that one. Like we finished the second season like that, and we're waiting like season 3 need to come on, man. Let's go. And we just finished on Netflix. There's one called No. I think it's No One Wants This or Nobody Wants This. It's a pretty cool show, man. It's about a rabbi and a non-religious girl. They fall in love, but the conflict is. He's a rabbi. He's only supposed to be, dealing with Jewish women, and it's like a romantic comedy.
Okay.
It's a really good. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Okay, I'll recommend it because he likes little rom-coms, but they have to be good, or else he's gonna be like.
It's funny.
I watch like 3 Christmas movies a week. Ones that I've never seen before.
Bobby, you and my wife would love each other's entertainment.
But this is my favorite season. I love the Christmas movies and stuff, and I've seen some really good ones.
But I we watched like Sleepless in Seattle. That's his movie. Or
What
is this movie?
Man.
Yeah, his mom would just watch movies all the time. So like he likes real old movies. Like
I like old TV shows.
Like Green Tomatoes. So we would watch that, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So we move into the next section. Let's talk about it. So you offered up a topic, and you need to educate us. And the topic you gave us, it was a question. Would you prefer to be in the forest alone with a man or a bear? Like,
yes.
Explain, man. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I don't know per se how or who started the trend, but it was kind of going around on Instagram and TikTok for a while. And basically, I feel like it was women just saying like how they were afraid of men, because the question would be, would you rather be in the forest left alone with just a man or take your chances with the bear? And women would be like, I want my chances with the bear. Leave me in a bear with the, and I'm just like, so it was a thing. It was a great debate on why do y'all feel like you could take your chances with this animal and you don't feel like confident or trusting enough with just a man? Are men just evil creatures, or what is going on? So that was a whole little debate.
I see that now, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. But before I am a man answer, I would like to hear a woman response. So Bobby, take the wheel, please.
Take the wheel, man.
Do you really want my answer? You see my face?
Yeah,
right. Like
that's the reason why I want the face. Now, the face get
the face is doing it all. You gotta give us something.
So Geronimo and I were talking about this before, Corey and Elissa, before y'all came on, and I saw that, and I'm like, I'm gonna preface my statement by saying, what kind of like crazy feminist BS is this? This is what I'm.
No,
this is
for
what
real. No,
going
that's
through,
really what it was. And I'm just
this is kind of what's going through my head. I'm like, no, I think you're off your rocker a little bit to think that you would be more safe with a freaking bear than you would a man.
right.
I can't even be nice and be like, oh my God, I can see it your way. No, girl. I think
No,
that
girl.
you
No, girl. Like
that you lost it just a little bit somewhere along the way. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Like all of us have been wronged by men, but when you're talking about a realistic situation, girl, you ain't out running a bear. You ain't starting a fire. You ain't pitching tents. Like,
I'm not doing
especially
none of that.
look, I have a military background. I've been in the Army for 18 years of my life. Guess what? Your girl done been out in the field many a time. I'm not saying I would ever take on a bear. Like, no, because I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I would always want a man with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking realistically. Even though I can do these things, I don't want to do some of these things.
I got so many questions.
That just don't make sense. And
I got a question too.
You're playing yourself and you're a hypocrite if you're out here pretending like you can run the and fires and stuff. Yeah, get out of here.
And God don't like hypocrites.
No, I don't.
So, like, I'm wondering, I'm gonna ask
over here.
It's like, are the fuck boys fucking up that bad? I'm sorry for the
Man,
French.
and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I'm too trusting. I'm not. I am very aware of my surroundings. But like, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, like she was saying, like it's a bear. It's a bear. Like, are you afraid of men? Why are you afraid of men so much? And it could be a stranger. I'm not saying like my husband versus, this bear.
Right.
Yeah.
A stranger in the bear. But I'm like, I'm still choosing. Can you help me get out? Like, can we leave said forest? I don't think something inherently is gonna happen.
We froze up a little bit.
That's bad just because it's a man with put in a place where I'm like, I just no. I feel like the men in my life are always, they provided me with like protection and safety. And that's why I feel like most people get, and I know there is, the percent that things do happen and things go bad, especially with men. And I don't want to invalidate that, but I'm just like, sis, what are you doing? Yeah.
I said the same thing too. I've been wronged by men many times.
Like whatever. And like things have been bad, but I'm just like, a bear?
A bear? Exactly. Yeah. You know that these things are like how they maul and will tear you to pieces?
Yeah, you're rather I can't risk it.
Okay. Y'all ain't ready for my answer yet. Okay. Y'all ain't ready for this. Corey. All right, I'm about to play alternative advocate or angel's advocate.
Angel's advocate. Come on.
Okay. So, all right. You're in either a bear or a man, or in our case, a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Opposite sex. Okay. So, is the bear tamed? I got so many questions right now. Is the bear tamed? Okay.
Good point. Hey, legit question.
Is the bear tamed? Because if the bear is tamed, will he defend me from other bears? Okay. Because I'm in the woods. Okay. I'm in the woods. And if he's tamed, then he can probably get some squirrels and kill them. And then we can both have lunch. Because I'm in the woods. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have that much meat though, man.
And here's the thing. The bear. Now, here's the thing. I got so many questions. I told you I got it. And then, so let's look at it like this. The bear skin is warm. Remember that Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, we cuddling.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That bear is going to be a cover for me, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because we get along. Me and the bear are cool. We cool. We friends right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, I was just saying. I got so many questions. I told you. However, if I'm in the wood and the bear is not tame and it's not December, then I'm in trouble because they ain't hibernating. Because if they looking for eating, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very meaty, so that's another different story. Now, if I'm in there with the woman and she's my wife, So then, okay, yeah, we good. You know what I'm saying? But if this is just a plain old plain Jane woman, I have no recollection. But I trust her. She trusts me for survival. Um, can she cook? Because you know what I'm saying? Is she resourceful? Can she clean? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be building the tent, right? Because obviously she ain't a fuzzy wuzzy bear I can sleep under, so I'm gonna need something. Okay, I'm telling you, I got so many questions. Okay?
I do love though how you went from like women's perspective of like, oh my god, this man's gonna hurt me, blah blah blah. You're just thinking tactical. Like, how we surviving in this forest? Like,
you know
what is going on?
We can make it work there. Come on, let's talk.
You know what I'm saying? Look, because there's more out there that's scared of bears than humans, right? You know what I'm saying? They could have crazed monkeys. I don't know. They may have cheetahs and gorillas, hyenas or something. I know they ain't messing with no bear. And guess what? Bears can run 40 miles per hour. If I really need to get away, I'm tapping the bear in the shoulder, and me and Yo-Yo about to get together, and we gonna be up out of there. You feel me? They even climb trees, so I'm gonna be on his back climbing trees. I got so many questions. Long as he ain't trying to give me a hug, because he may break my back with a bear hug.
What do you
I don't remember what caused it. I think it was just a girl asking the question, and then everybody kept, like stitching it and like redoing it their own and giving their own opinions. And I just felt like it was a little crazy. And I'm just like,
it's very unrealistic.
That makes you guys, very unrealistic. Why do you guys feel like
hypothetical? Super hypothetical. Yeah. Like, darn well, if your car broke down somewhere in a forest, you would be grateful.
You would want some human help. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we had a car.
If that mountain came across,
I didn't know we had a car. Wait a minute. So then now we switch it up.
Get to the forest. That's what I'm saying. How would you get to the forest?
How'd you get to the forest?
Airbnb. I don't know. You
ain't gonna teleport. All right. Alexa, teleport me to the forest.
Look, if we using all these imaginations, then we gotta have maybe me and the bear can talk. You know what I'm saying? Maybe me and the bear having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? He may be a Cowboys fan, but he don't want to tell his family that he don't like the Chicago Bears. I don't know. I'm just going. He may like football. We up there chilling. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? I have so many
Chicago fan. I just I was thinking. What would be his team?
A Chicago fan.
Hey, look, I'm not a Cowboy, but I like the Cowboys. He may be a bear.
Want to get the NFL reference?
Chicago Bears, right?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I was
waiting. So we in the forest in Chicago. It's gonna be cold.
Hey, it's just as dangerous.
Bear's got a Glock on him. I could tell you that.
Okay, period.
So then we talk about Smokey. Smokey know how to put out fires. So
only you can prevent forest fire.
Only you can prevent smoke. You know what I'm saying? And you know how to find honey.
It sounded like maybe the chick that came up with that was probably just wronged by too many dudes or something. So what it sounds like is just guys need to step up to the plate and stop being little bitches. That's what it sounds like. Oh, did she get frozen?
Oh,
I love it. Like,
okay, I'm back.
There we go. Okay,
like
we back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard what I said, but I was saying that it sounds like the chick that came up with that question, she just got wronged by a lot of guys.
I feel maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like, why and like what in what way and what universe would you prefer a wild animal over, or maybe it was just to, I don't know, like come at men because of just like, okay, your potential to attack is less likelier than this bear to attack, which I still feel like is very like,
it's some pain and hurt, but at the same time too, is the younger cats. I mean, sometimes it takes us a while to step into the role of a man like we need to. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger in my prime, I probably would not have been chosen over the bear. I'm just saying. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hey, sometimes it takes us a while to mature to what we need to be as men. So I'm thinking that's probably what drove that question. Say what?
You're not. Here's the thing.
No. I'm just saying, maybe I'm just a jerk because, life is actually just 10% of what happens to you and 90% what you choose to do with that. I think that there are people who are just not. They're very emotionally weak, and with everything that hurts their feelings, they just immediately go to the internet, go to social media, and just throw it all out there. Like, hey, hold on a second, before we start bashing on men, there's always going to be two sides to a story. Because there's been times where I've been prejudged because of somebody else's comment, when the people who heard the story and immediately judged me never even heard what I had to say or what led to this. You know what I mean? And I would hate for being, again, not to invalidate anything. I want to invalidate if anything's legit, but let's just agree to disagree on some things and be like, hey, there's two sides to every story.
I do feel that. And to speak on that, I feel like my generation and like the generation coming up under me, we're a little soft in different ways where you guys are, and I'm just like, it's weird.
Softer than wet tissue.
I'm in the softness because I was raised very traditionally, but I've raised my kids with like a mix of traditional and gentle parenting because some shit I just can't get behind. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
I'm with that 100%.
This generation is very softer than Bunny Boo Boo.
What my parents didn't do. So I feel like we came up and I finished growing up in a cancel culture type of thing. You got to watch what you say. Mm-hmm. People don't really speak their mind and then just be done with it for fear of it being put on the internet and how everybody else is going to perceive it and turning into a whole thing.
Yep. You know what I realized? Cancel culture was created by cowards.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I'm glad you guys gave me the opportunity to say that all the way through. Cancel culture are people who want to cancel things. Is the fact is they don't have thick skin. I'm an 80s baby. Bobby, you're an 80s baby. Geronimo, you're an 80s baby. We came up watching stuff on TV. We came up. We were outside and inside at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, our skin is thick, right? We had to. And now this generation that feels like they can go to social media and cry themselves away. You know what I'm saying? I know this ain't on a subject or topic, but if somebody diss you and then you want to sue them, you're a bitch. Straight point blank period.com, put a P on it. You feel me? And y'all may know who I'm talking about.
The man with the game plan. I do like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. I don't like what you said, so I want to cancel and remove every single thing with your face on it or your voice on it.
Like I just don't like it, so I don't want you to be here no more. I don't want you to make me uncomfortable. I feel like people are not okay with just being uncomfortable. Like it happens. And
that's like
eventually will pass.
But like two employees that work at the same company, and one person don't like the other person's job because the way he says something, goes and tells his boss, and then you know what I'm saying, you a bitch.
Yeah, straight up.
So no matter if you know what I'm saying, your fan base is 90% women, you a bitch.
You a bitch, man. That's one.
They not like us. I'm just saying.
They not like us. You know what, though, man? It's funny because I was having this conversation actually with another mutual friend of ours, Ryan. I got a chance to catch up with him.
Hey,
and we were discussing, right? Because part of that too, I think what we're seeing is a lot of entitlement. And what I noticed, right, is the gift and the curse, right? So I think like us, we were able to position ourselves to be able to give our kids maybe some niceties we didn't have, right? So we try to protect them from some of the struggles we went through. But I think that may have backfired to some of this bitch madeness that we're seeing today.
Yes.
Like for real, like we have to win because we struggle. We made bitches. Yeah, sorry, the younger generation. I'm apologizing for the older millennials that went soft on these kids and created these bitches, man. I apologize on behalf of us.
As in the great. great Bernie Mac would say, bitches.
Yeah, bitches. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Let me stop cursing. Man, y'all done got me out of my skin. Yesterday was Sunday. Lord Jesus, forgive me.
Nah, for real, man.
This is too close to Sunday, me cursing.
We got to toughen these kids back up, man. You know what? I think what ended up happening, which I think actually ties into the question, would you rather be in the forest with a man or a bear? I think there's a lot of fuckboy energy driving that, right? But a lot of these fuckboys are created by parents that are snowplow parents. They protect these boys from the struggle, right? So when it's time for them to step up to the plate, they don't know how, right? So now the women that answer that question, I want to be with a bear, they're like, man, these all these bitch ass dudes out here. I'd rather be with the bear. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like you can definitely go that way. Like, yeah,
Bobby's like, hell no, hell no.
I'm not like, I don't have to date. You know, like I'm married. I'm locked down the dating pool right now, and just like, and it's not even men, because I'm not just bashing men, like women too. Like 2024 was really just wild. Okay, I felt like for humanity in general, and the way we act, and the way things are just accepted or doesn't have to be accepted. You know, like it's really wild. It's really
hard
wild
out there, man. I caught me one. I was like, I'm keeping this
one.
The
whole man and bear situation really depends on what kind of man we're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
You're talking about a dude who knows how to hunt. You know what I mean? Is like a mountain man type dude versus somebody who's, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna depend.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting,
bro. I love you. I'm gonna pray for you. We're gonna believe that you're gonna be safe. However, you do me no good. Your presence here is not needed.
Oh man,
no, for real. You know what? No, you're right. Because the thing about it is, like, I know I may be the crazy one to some people, but if I hear a noise downstairs in my house late at night, I'm the first person to go downstairs and make sure everything okay. You feel what I'm saying? And I remember I was watching, I think I was with a gang of my homeboys, and they were like, man, I ain't going down there, because somebody, the same question came up. And I was like, like, you mean to tell me you go stay upstairs with your family and let somebody rob you? I'm like, or let somebody break into your house? I'm like, bruh, I had to remove myself from that circle, because you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If I had to pick a way to go, it's defending my family.
Oh yeah.
Point blank period, right here. You know what I'm saying? Man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think we got these. I don't think we had that type of that type of energy in this generation.
I think that's
Gen Alphas and Gen Zs.
Huh?
They'll be on TikTok like
that drizzle movement. Have y'all seen that? The drizzle? Like, protect me, drizzle. Yeah. Look that up when you get a chance.
Okay.
That's what
I'm trying to stay off of that side of social. I mean, like, it makes me feel old. Like,
I go down rabbit holes, man. Yeah. No, but you're right.
It's the opposite, because my husband is not military, which is why I was attracted to him. I don't like military men. That's just my preference. But just like Corey said, if I hear something, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get my Glock. I'll be right back. Let me go check this out. You stay right here with the kids. But if I had to die, it would be an honor if I was defending my family.
Right.
Like that goes into that, like, relationships aren't 50-50.
Right.
Your husband isn't trained how you are trained. If I'm trained and I know what I'm doing.
That's why I'm always gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, because all the weapons in the house belong to me. Everything, every gun is registered to me, because I know how to.
Another example of those Texas girls.
I know how to handle my own, and that's not to say he doesn't, but he is not trained in close combat. He's not.
Right. I mean, like, why? I'm not going downstairs.
I'm not trained either, but I know I'm being honest with you. I'm not trained, but I know one thing for sure. you know there's fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah.
I'm a fight. I'm not a flight.
Yep.
And part of that because I've always been a kind of husky dude, so I realized like, look, if you fly, you can't fly fast.
Hey,
you
man,
ain't flying fast. You're gonna be a flu. You know what I'm saying? And I'm too big and freeze because even though I'm scared, my body's still gonna move. So I just gonna have to fight.
Yep.
No, see, I'm 5'10". I will use my height and I will F you up and that twice.
Hey, there's a reason why I keep 2 pit bulls on deck. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, because they gonna let me know. They gonna hold it down till I can get there. Like, hey, teamwork,
right.
baby. Yeah, it's going down. Like, because it's like the way I see it, if you get past both pit bulls, that means you wanted me to shoot you. Like you were asking for these bullets.
You
like, you were begging me to put these
bullets. Exactly.
No, at this point, you really wanted what's on the other side of that.
Yeah.
You begged for it.
Yeah, you
don't
begged
be mad
for it.
You got it handed to you. Shoot.
There you go.
Like FAFO.
Let's go.
And on that note,
hey, you know what? This was good. Thank you, Elissa, for joining us, man. Before we sign off, again, let folks know how to get in contact with you, what you have to offer. The floor is yours, man.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, I'm Elissa Jones, or the Art Bae. You can keep up with me and find out about events and what I have going on through my website, which is www.theartbae.com. Or for newer updates and personal things and building community, trying to follow me, seeing my work, go to my Instagram at the _Art Bae, ARTBAE _ on Instagram. So yeah, maybe get a couple of paint kits. I do ship out and I make custom ones. So
I'm getting my kids. I'm getting my Christmas is coming. That's why we had to come right before Christmas. Yeah.
I promise you.
And we'll make sure we get those links. Make sure we have the link for your website. We'll make sure we put it in the description below on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, you gotta take the time to make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, so we can keep up with our guests like Elissa Jones and whatnot. And as we sign off, Miss Bobby, let them know how to get in contact with you and how to get some of the services you offer, ma'am.
All right, you know it's your girl Bobby with a 9, not a Y, because the Y is for a guy. You can hit me up at Facebook at Bobby Lopez, or you can find me on IG at Bobby.Lopez.5, owner operator of a disabled veteran-owned small business here in Texas, Patriot Restorations. So we're here for all your water mitigation needs. And again, shout out to our guest Elissa Jones for joining us, the Art Bae.
Yeah.
Many blessings to your family, and pray that your husband is safe and onto your next duty station as you begin to make that transition. So
oh yeah, Corey Giovanni.
So you know it's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. And if you're in the Los Angeles area and you need videography service, you need videography service, social media marketing, you need video editing, you need film, you need scripts, you need music, movie production. I'm your go-to guy. It's the main man game plan at Corey Giovanni, Instagram, Facebook, IG. That's Instagram. I already said that. TikTok, YouTube. Hey, hit your boy up. Drop me a line. Gmo, tell them where to go.
So yeah, I am at tech_Von_go on IG. So if you're someone like Elissa Jones that has something to offer to the community, holla at me, man. We'll get you on. Me personally, I do have a duplex unit for rent here in Almost Park, which is a really nice exclusive area of San Antonio. So all my service members, if you PCS into San Antonio, holla at your boy. I can get you in there. Or anyone else that's looking for somewhere to rent in Almost Park, get at me. And other than that, that's it for tonight's episode of Technically Speaking. Thank you, everybody. I love y'all. We out.